Section 27 of the Journal of Lewis and Clarke. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by The Rat King. The Journal of Lewis and Clarke by Meriwether Lewis and William Clarke. Dictionary of Indian. Words and phrases. Good spirit, Ki Jai Manitou. Evil spirit, Machi Manitou. Man, Athene. Woman, Esquires. Male, Nafu. Female, Non-Gens. Infant, Awashish. Head, Ustiquan. Forehead, Eskeatik. Hair, Westiki. Eyes, Ikisok. Nose, Oskiwin. Nostrils, Utith I Gaumau. Mouth, Otune. My teeth, Wipita. Tongue, Otaithana. Beard, Michituni. Brain, Withitip. Ears, Otauigyo. Neck, Oquiau. Throat, Okutaski. Arms, Onisk. Fingers, Chechi. Nails, Waskosia. Side, Ospingi. My back, No Pisquan. My belly, Nate. Thighs, Opovam. My knees, Nochequanak. Legs, Nosk. Heart, Othea. My father, Nutawi. My mother, Nigawe. My boy, son, Negusis. My girl, daughter, Netanis. My brother, elder, Nistes. My sister, elder, Nemis. My grandfather, Nemoyo Shum. My grandmother, Neokam. My uncle, Neokamis. My nephew, Nitusim. My niece, Nitusim Esquas. My mother-in-law, Nisiguse. My brother-in-law, Nista. My companion, Newichiwagan. My husband, Ninapem. Blood, Mithku. Old man, Shinap. I am angry, Nekisiwashen. I fear, Negusto. Joy, Nehiathatom. Hearing, Pethum. Track, Miskona. Chief, great ruler, Hokima. Thief, Kismuthesk. Excrement, Meyi. Buffalo, Mustushe. Ferret, Sisus. Polecat, Shikak. Elk, Mustushe. Reindeer, Atik. Fallow deer, Atik. Beaver, Amisk. Wolverine, Quiquakach. Squirrel, Inniquachas. Mink, Sakwasu. Otter, Nikik. Wolf, Mayegan. Hare, Wapuse. Marten, Wapistan. Moose, Moswa. Bear, Masqua. Fisher, Weejask. Lynx, Pichu. Porcupine, Kokwa. Fox, Makisu. Muskrat, Wajask. Mouse, Abusius. Cow buffalo, Noshi Mustushe. Meat flesh, Wias. Dog, Atim. Eagle, Makusu. Duck, Sisip. Crow, Corbeau, Kakaukan. Swan, Wapsiku. Turkey, Mesestu. Pheasants, Okesku. Bird, Pethesu. Wutar, Niskag. White goose, Wewa. Grey goose, Pestasish. Partridge, Pithu. Waterhen, Chiquibish. Dove, Omimi. Eggs, Wewa. Pipe or jack, Kenonge. Carp, Namebin. Sturgeon, Name. Whitefish, Atikaming. Pickerel, Okkau. Fish in general, Kenonge. Spawn, Wakwon. Fins, Chichikan. Trout, Naguse. Crawfish, Ashagi. Frog, Athik. Wasp, Amu. Turtle, Mikinak. Snake, Kinibik. Owl, Oskajik. Needle, Saboinigan. Fire steel, Apet. Firewood, Michta. Cradle, Tekinigan. Dagger, Takumago. arrow, agusk or atuche. Fish hook, quasquipichican. Axe, shegagan. Ear bob, chikisebisune. Comb, sikahun. Net, athahe. Tree, mystic. Wood, mystic. Paddle, abois. Canoe, chiman. Birch rind, wasqua. Bark, wasqua. Touch wood, pusagan. Leaf, napesha. Grass, masquosi. Raspberries, misqui minei. Strawberries, otai minei. Ashes, pecuch. Fire, scute. Grapes, shomenak. Fog, pakishiho. Mud, asuski. Current, kesijiwin. Road, mescana. Winter, pepun. Island, ministic. Lake, sagayan. Sun, pisim. Moon, tibiska pesim, the night sun. Day, kigiga. Night, tibiska. Snow, kosna. Rain, kimiwen. Drift, pewan. Hail, sheshkagan. Ice, misquaming. Frost, aquatin. Mist, picasio. Water, nepe. Mountain, meseaski, all the earth. World, wachei. Sea, kichikichigaming. Morning, kequishipe. Midday, abeta quishiek. Portage, unigam. Spring, menuscaming. River, sipek. Rapid, bawastic. Rivulet, sepeisis. Sand, thoka. Earth, askei. Star, attack. Thunder, tithuso. Wind, thutin. Calm, athawostin. Heat, quishipoi. Evening, takashike. North, kiwaitin. South, sewinawun. East, koshakastak. West, pasquismum. Tomorrow, wabank. Bone, oskan. Broth, michimwaboy. Feast, makwasie. Grease or oil, pimis. Marrow fat, oskan pimis. Sinew, astis. Lodge, wigwam. Bed, napawin. Within, pendogke. Door, squandam. Dish, othagan. Fort, wasgaigan. Sledge, tabanask. Cincture, poquatehun. Cap, astotin. Stalks, achikan. Shirt, papacheweyan. Coat, papisekowagan. Blanket, wapeweyang. Cloth, manetoweguin. Thread, asabab. Garters, chikibisun. Mitten, astisak. Shoes, maskisin. Smoking bag, kusque petagan. Portage sling, apisan. Straight on, goyask. Medicine, maskikei. Red, mesco. Blue, cascuch, same as black. White, wabiska. Yellow, saw. Green, chibatiquare. Ugly, machinaguso. Handsome, katawasisu. Beautiful, kisisawanogan. Deaf, nimapetum. Good-natured, mithiwashin. Pregnant, peawi. Fat, uthino. Big, mushikitie. Small or little, abisashu. Short, chimasish. Skin, wian. Long, kinwain. Strong, maskawa. Coward, sagataha. Weak, nithamisu. Lean, mathawa. Brave, nimagusta. Young man, osquiniguish. Cold, kisin. Hot, kinkpatai. Spring, minuscaming. Summer, nibin. Fall, tagowagonk. 1, peyak. 2, nishu. 3, nishto. 4, niwe. 5, nianan. 6, nigutawoisik. 7, nishwisik. 8, jananu. 9, shak. 10, mitatat. 11, peyakosap. 12, nishuosap. 13, nithuosap. 14, niwe osap. 15, niaman osap. 16, Negutu Wasik Osap. 17. Nish Wasik Osap. 18. Janenu Osap. 19. Shak Osap. 20. Nishu Mitena. 21. Nishu Mitena Payak Osei. 22, and so on. Nishu Mitena Nishu Osap. 30. Nishtu Mitena. 40. Nuwe Mitena. 50. Nianan Mitena. 60. Neguta Wasik Mitena. 70. Nishwasik Mitena. 80. Saneu Mitena. 90. Shok Mitena. 100. Mitoa Mitena. 200. Noshu Mitena a Mitenab. 1000. Mitena Mitena Mitena. First. Nikan. Last. Squayach. More. Mina. Better. Athiwak Mithawashin. Best. Athiwak Mithawashin. I or me. Nitha. You or thou. Kitha. They or them. Withawa. We. Nithawa. My or mine. Nitayan. Yours. Kitayan. Whom. Awione. His or hers. Otayan. All. Kakitho. Some or some few. Pepeyak. The same. Tabeskuche. All the world. Miseyaki wanke. All the men. Kakitho ethniok. Sometimes. I askaupiko. Arrive. To kuchin. Beat. Otameha. To burn. Mistaskasu. To sing. Nagamun. To cut. Kisquishan. To hide. Katan. To cover. Aquahun. To believe. Taboitam. To sleep. Nepan. To dispute. Kekomitawak. To dance. Nimaito. To give. Myth. To do. Ogitan. To eat. Wisinei. To die. Nepu. To forget. Winnikiskisu. To speak. Athimetakuse. To cry. Tears. Manto. To laugh. Papu. To sit down. Nematape. To walk. Pimuteus. To fall. Pakisin. To works. Atusku. To kill. Nipaha. To sell. Atawam. To live. Pimatise. To see. Wabam. To come. Astamoch. Enough. Egothigog. It hails. Shisigan. There is some. Ayawa. There is. Ayawa. It rains. Quimiwen. After tomorrow. Awiswahunk. Today. Anuch. Thereaway. Netwa. Much. Michet. Presently. Fishisqua. Make. Heart. Quithipe. This morning. Shebas. This night. Tibiskag. Above. Espiming. Below. Tabasish. Truly. Tabwai. Already. Sachet. Yet more. Mina. Yesterday. Takushik. Far. Wathao. Near. Quishiwak. Never. Nima wekach. No. Nima. Yes. Ah. By and by. Panima. Always. Kakike. Make haste. Quithipe. It's long since. Mewaisha. End of section 27.
Appendix of The Journal of Lewis and Clarke. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by E.Lee. The Journal of Lewis and Clarke by Meriwether Lewis and William Clarke. Appendix. Appendix. General Washington, while President of the United States, sent an agent to the Chippewayan tribe, whose friendship it was requisite we should cultivate to preserve the lucrative fur trade that we held with them. Washington by his agent offered that the United States would take 2 or 3 of the sons of their chiefs and educate them in our universities. When the agent had executed the command, the Indians, who never gave an immediate answer on things that they think of importance, told him that they would think of it, and after a short time returned for answer that they had consulted on the subject, and that they were of an opinion that it would render them too effeminate to be educated in our colleges, as it would totally disqualify them to hunt or pursue the war. but in return for the civility of their brother chief, Washington, that if he would send the sons of any of his chiefs among them, they would educate them to pursue the chase for several days without eating, and to go without clothes in extreme cold weather, and in frosty nights to lie on the ground without covering, and every other thing requisite to make them Indians and men. About 60 years ago, the French missionaries and traders, having received many insults from the Sawkees, a party under the command of Captain Morand, marched to revenge their wrongs. The captain and his party set out from Green Bay, in the winter, when they were unsuspicious of a visit of this kind, and pursuing his route over the snow to their village, which lay about 60 miles up Fox River, came upon them by surprise. Unprepared as they were, he found them an easy conquest, and consequently killed or took prisoners the greatest part of them. On the return of the French to Green Bay, one of the Indian chiefs in alliance with them, who had a considerable band of prisoners under his care, stopped to drink at a brook. In the meantime his companions went on, which being observed by one of the women whom they had made captive, she suddenly seized him with both her hands, whilst he stooped to drink, by an exquisitely susceptible part, and held him fast till he expired on the spot. As the chief, from the extreme torture he suffered, was unable to call out to his friends, or to give any alarm, they passed on without knowing what had happened. And the woman, having cut the bands of her fellow prisoners, who were in the rear, with them made her escape. This heroine was ever after treated by her nation as their deliverer, and made a chiefess in her own right, with the liberty to entail the same honor on her descendants, an unusual distinction, and conferred only on extraordinary occasions. Rev. J. Hubbard's Compilation of Indian History. The Sioux Indians, and many other tribes, train up their children with the greatest rigor to render them almost invulnerable to the inclemency of the winter, and the misfortunes that unavoidably befall their mode of life. The children of the Sioux tribe, when taken from the breast of their mother, are compelled to lie on the floor like whelps, on skins, and with very little covering. When grown older, they bear incisions made on their bodies to try their fortitude, and to make them bear extreme torture, as though they were inaccessible to pain. These scars are thought with them ornamental, and those who bear the torture of them until their bodies are covered with a gore of blood, and with apparent pleasure, are much caressed by the spectators, who assemble to witness their heroism, and are considered as initiated into the list of warriors. Parties of these young warriors are after tried in feats of daring bravery, and him who excels is considered as their chief warrior. The extreme cold that they bear without a murmur is incredible to an European. The Indian Nurse. Captain Franklin, R.N., in his narrative of his journey to the polar seas, says, "The Chippewayan Indians profess strong affection for their children, and some regard for their relations, who are often numerous, as they trace very far the ties of consanguinity." A curious instance of the former was mentioned to us, so well authenticated that I shall venture to give it in the words of Dr. Richardson's journal. A young Chippewayan had separated from the rest of his band, for the purpose of trenching beaver, when his wife, who was his sole companion, and in her first pregnancy, was seized with the pains of labor. She died on the 3rd day, after having given birth to a fine boy. The husband was inconsolable, and vowed in his anguish never to take another woman to wife, but his grief was in some degree absorbed in his anxiety for his infant son. To preserve its life, he descended to the office of nurse, so degrading in the eyes of a Chippewayan as partaking of the duties of a woman. He swaddled it in soft moss, fed it with broth made from the flesh of the deer, and to still its cries, applied it to his breast, praying most earnestly to the great Maker of life to assist his endeavors. The force of the powerful passion by which he was actuated produced the same effect in his case as it has done in some others which are recorded. A flow of milk actually took place from his breast. He succeeded in rearing his child, taught him to be a hunter, and when he attained the age of manhood, chose him a wife from the tribe. The old man kept his vow in never taking a second wife himself, but he delighted in tending his son's children, and when his daughter-in-law used to interfere, saying that it was not the occupation of a man, he was wont to reply that he had promised to the great Master of life, if his child was spared, never to be proud like the other Indians. He used to mention, too, as a certain proof of the approbation of Providence, that although he was always obliged to carry his child on his back while hunting, yet that it never roused a mouse by its cries, being always particularly still at those times. Our informant, Mr. Winsell, the guide to the expedition, added that he had often seen this Indian in his old age, and that his left breast even then retained the unusual size it had acquired in his occupation of nurse. Great African serpent, killed by Regulus, the Roman general. Happy in the approbation of his country, Regulus continued his success, and led his forces along the banks of the river Bagrada. There, while he was waiting for the approach of the Carthaginians, a serpent of enormous size attacked his men as they went for water, and took a position as if it intended to guard the banks of the river. It was 120 feet long, with scales impenetrable to any weapon. Some of the boldest troops at first went up to oppose its fury, but they soon fell victim to their rashness, being either killed by its devouring jaws, or crushed to pieces by the volumes of its tail. The poisonous vapor that issued from it is represented as still more formidable, and the men were so much terrified at its appearance that they asserted they would much more joyfully have faced the whole Carthaginian army. For some time it seemed uncertain which should remain masters of the river. At last Regulus was obliged to make use of the machines employed in battering down the walls of cities, and notwithstanding this, the serpent for a long time withstood all his efforts, and destroyed numbers of his men. But at length a very large stone which was flung from an engine happened to break its spine, and weakened its motion when the soldiers surrounded and killed it. Regulus, not less pleased with his victory than if he had gained a battle, ordered its skin to be sent to Rome, and for this the Senate decreed him an ovation. Incredible as the Roman account of this monster may appear, its skin was to be seen in the Capitol till the time of Pliny, and therefore the narration is not unworthy of a place in history. End of the Journal of Lewis and Clarke by Meriwether Lewis and William Clarke.